Happy Sunday. Oh my word. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, where to begin? I'm out here waiting for my sister because we're going hiking. Yes, I'm going hiking. I'm going hiking, and yeah, it's needed. I feel like because I just started on a project, and I feel like I need to keep a system in terms of keeping myself inspired to do the things that I want to do. So currently, taking on a job, it's one of those things I'm doing because I have to. And it ultimately fulfills my goal in terms of, you know what, I'll be independent and I actually can focus on myself. So now that I'm actually here and we are at a forest, and I'm looking at the beauty that is out here, man. Like once we start walking, I'm just gonna take a video for y'all so that you can see like the beauty that is nature and everything else that's in there. It took a lot of imagination for it to happen, and I feel like once upon a time each and every one of us had that, because I remember me growing up, like imagination was the thing. Like anyone in my family would tell you like the things I would do, because I would wake up and I would imagine in some Arab country, and I'm wearing a hijab, and I'm out there, I'm mingling with people. Like I could imagine places that I had never been, and I would be happy and content and be in the moment. I would imagine myself being a doctor, going on meetings, but I would have made a horrible doctor because I was always in meetings and I wasn't even attending to patients, and I was traveling. Like I would imagine my life. And you know, at some point in time we have to acknowledge that imagination is life. Imagination is what assists us in manifesting the very desires that we want and yearn for in life. And it is a good thing. And I think we need to appreciate that aspect of our mindset. The ones that are able to, like that aspect of our mind that is able to imagine. Because everything you have in your life, it's by your design. You first see it in your mind, you imagine it, and you go after it, and you attain it. And once we grow up, we kind of fall out of that. As we become adults, we become so invested in routine, and so much so that we don't recognize that the things we imagine each and every day, it's by our doing. Because you wake up and you imagine you're gonna have the worst day possible, and you do have the worst day possible because it started with you. This is what you're invoking, and this is what you're imagining, and you always imagine the worst out. I got disconnected. So as I was saying, you know, like, how is it that we always forget the keynote of our lives, like imagination? Because everything that is around us should be inspiring. I mean, how does one person or one being actually like just go on without noticing the beauty that is everything, because we're so invested in all these things that are not even a priority or should not be a priority in our lives. When you look around, like the creation of the skies, the land, the sea, like a tree, even in winter you would think it has withered and died, but in spring it regenerates. Like, it's so amazing. How is it that that doesn't inspire us to continue in spite of everything? Like, taking that downtime when you're feeling you've been battered and bruised, and renew your strength and continue. How is it that we don't draw strength from everything that is around us? And you know, as we continue, this is my sister. I've been waiting for her for so long.
We're going to hike, and it's going to be an amazing thing, and it's very spiritual. It's the time for us to connect with the inner souls. And I think the more hard it's going to be, the more you're going to go into your thoughts and actually think, okay, this year has been a hard year, but A, B, C, and D, I can do better. So we just come to for a peace of mind and positivity. I hope I won't die. I hope I won't collapse. But happy Sunday!
That is her every day. You can check her out on Women Rise in Prayer. Her name is Vicky Black. Just look her up. And yeah, guys, I mean, like, I couldn't have said it better myself. Like, imagination is life, guys. From the very time you wake up in the morning to how you actually see your life becoming. And there's one scripture that always comes to mind. You know, I'm not a very Bible person, so and like, it's the scripture when Jesus says, "Let the children come to me." Like, you know, we always try and imagine, or like try and explain it in these flamboyant terms and everything, but in essence, it's that, like, the children, because they can connect with that higher vibration, they're happy all the time, they are limitless in their thinking, and everything that they do with conviction. That's all it takes for us, you know, like reconnecting with that inner child, where you know you are vibrating at a very high frequency, and you know you are limitless in your imagination and the things that you do, because imagination is life. Everything that we do, it actually started at our minds. It starts with our mindset, our imagination, how we imagine it. If you imagine a happy life for you, that's what you will get. If you imagine a life of hardships and pain and suffering, that's what you will get. Not that you won't get the nice moments, but you are invested in those hard times, and that's what you will get. I would like to encourage each and every one of us, as we're going through this new week and we're starting it on a high, to imagine our lives better. You don't have to have the detail now. You don't have to know from A to Z what the plan is. But just imagine, just be that kid that you once were, where you could imagine paradises that you were there, but that you had never seen before. But you can imagine yourself being happy, being in the moment, and living your best life. Connect with that inner child, where you know it's not about the logistics of it or the logic behind it. Just be. Imagine where you see yourself now in the moment, where you see yourself in the future. What plan can you generate for your life just by imagining it? Like, I would seriously, you know, like, it's something that we overlook so much. And you know, I actually kind of feel bad that we're always focusing on the hardships that we face, yet we have the ability to imagine, like, limitlessly anything that we want, and we're so focused and so hell-bent on the negative aspects of what's happening, and we continuously generate those negativity, the things that we see and the things that we keep, you know, we absorbing from the outside world. Yet if we look within, look at the things that make you happy, that get you up, and that gives you that goal, like, how better your circumstance would be and would feel if you just focus on imagining a better version of what you're going through. Imagine a better circumstances than the one you are in. Imagine a better existence than the one you think is yours right now. So for me, this week, I say imagination is life.
Oh yes.
Keep imagining, guys. Have an awesome Sunday. Let me go hike.